Hey guys, welcome back. So today's tutorial is going to be on this look I'm wearing. This is a full face makeup tutorial, but I want to focus more on the eye makeup because that's what I do here the most. It's play with the eye makeup. So yeah, this is going to be like my Thanksgiving makeup tutorial. I did go a little bit backwards when it comes down to the way I normally do my eyeshadows, which is I use a darker eyeshadow in the inner corner of my eyes and a lighter eyeshadow on the outer corners of my eye. I did do sort of a light cut crease, and yeah, I like the way it turned out. This is the first time I do an eyeshadow like this, I think. I am not 100% sure, but I don't think I've, maybe once I think I did like an inverted cut crease or something like that. I can't remember, but anyways, yeah, this is the look that I created today, so we are focusing on today. And like I said, this will be my Thanksgiving makeup look. I'm not saying that this is the eyeshadow or the look that I'm gonna be wearing on actual Thanksgiving, but for video's sake, this would be like, a Thanksgiving look. Maybe I'll do something like this. I don't know yet because I don't even know what I'm wearing that day. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then obviously you have to keep watching. I want to ask you to please make sure you are subscribed to my channel, follow my other social medias, and watch my previous videos. And let's begin now. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadow named Birkin by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the eyeshadow right here. I'm going to be using a Sigma E40 tapered blending brush for this application. My eye is already primed and set. I used a concealer, not an actual primer, just a concealer. You can use a primer if that's what you have. All right, so I'm just going to place Birkin all into that upper crease. This is going to be my transition shade, and I'm starting from the outer to inner corner. And as you can see, I'm making small circular motions coming in and back out. All right, so the next eyeshadow I'm using is Fawn, which is this pretty shade right here. I'm gonna be placing this right into the crease. The brush I'm using is this brush, and this is an Ofra Professional Makeup Brush in 21. So I'm gonna put Fawn right into the crease, right into that socket. And I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Let's start from the outside. Small circular motions, and I'm just gonna trace the socket. As you can see, I'm going right in there all the way in, and I'm just gonna keep going back and forth until I'm happy with the depth of this eyeshadow. Right, so next I'm going to take some concealer on the back of my hand, and this is just a flat shader brush. It's just, I don't know, some inexpensive brush from a packet that I had bought a long time ago. Anyway, I'm going to apply this concealer on my mobile lid, and I'm going to create kind of a cut crease. Well, not kind of, it's going to be a cut crease. I'm going to open my eye, and as far up as that concealer goes, as you can see, you see how far it went, and that's where I'm going to cut this crease. Like I said, I just apply the concealer on my lid, then I open my eye fully, because when I open my eye, I do have a crease that kind of hides under real far into that crease. So when I open my eye, it transfers up, so I know that's exactly where my eye needs to be cut in order for me to be able to see the darker shade, as you can see, and then whatever shades I'm going to be placing on my lid. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the next eyeshadow I'm using is Peach Sorbet, which is this one right here. By the way, all the eyeshadows I'm using today are by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So yeah, Peach Sorbet. And I'm using a BH Cosmetics flat shader brush for this application. All right, so Peach Sorbet is going to go on the outer V all the way up to the center of my mobile lid. And I'm gonna bring it up all the way up to that cut crease that I just created. So I'm just packing it on. And the next eyeshadow I'm using is Henna, which is this one right here. And I'm using another BH Cosmetics flat shader brush for this application. Now Henna's gonna go in the inner corner of my eye, and it's gonna meet up with Peach Sorbet in the center of my eyelid. Also gonna bring it all the way up to where I cut that crease. And here I'm just blending both shades together. If you need to grab the brush that you used Peach Sorbet with, go ahead and do that, because this is when you want to make sure those two eyeshadows blend into each other. I'm gonna go back to that brush that I used fawn with, and just a tiny little bit of fawn, and I'm going to go back into the crease and softly blend out all these eyeshadows, just so they look really nice and smooth in transition. And you guys, this look is super simple. Like, I don't know, I don't think this is complicated at all. Yeah, you do need to have some blending. You need to do some blending, but it's not like, you know, I'm using super dark eyeshadows, so they kind of blend nicely with each other. Like Henna and Peach Sorbet, they blend really pretty together. And I'm using light browns like Birkin and Fawn. So all these eyeshadows blend in nicely together. So in my opinion, this is a really simple look. It looks like I did a lot, but I mean, come on, it took like no time to get my eye to look like this. And this is like the backwards of what we're normally told to do. So I don't know, I just thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different and still make it easy, you know? So now I'm gonna create the wing. I'm using the NYC liquid eyeliner, and I'm just gonna create a decent wing. It's not too long, not too short. All right, so now for the rest of the face, I did already moisturize and prime the face. I used this Neutrogena moisturizer and the Cover FX mattifying primer. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the Dior Skin Forever, which is this one. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal sponge for this application. First, I'm going to go and put it on my face with the finger. I do like to rub it in a little bit with the fingers first, just to spread it, and then I like to go in with a beauty sponge. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just going to apply a tiny little bit on this inner corner right here and right under the eye for the dark circles. And I don't like using too much because a little bit of this concealer goes a long way, as you will see. See? That's a lot. And as always, I like to blend it out with my finger, and then I'll go in with a beauty sponge. All right, now I want to highlight a little bit under my eye area. So I'm using the Sephora Bright Future Concealer. And I'm just going to apply a few little dots in the areas that I want to highlight. Blend it out with the fingers. And then I go in with a beauty sponge. Now to set the concealers, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Just a little bit. Pat it right under that eye area. And I'm also gonna pat it in the rest of the places where I placed that concealer. And this is just an e.l.f. blush brush, if you were wondering. Right, to bronze my face, I'm going to be using this Lorac Medium Contour. I'm going to use it as my bronzer for today. For blush, I'm going to be using this Tarte blush in Party. For my highlight today, I'm using this Anastasia For my highlight today, I'm using this Anastasia of Beverly Hills highlighter in So Hollywood, which looks like that. Very pretty. And I'm using a Luxie 640 brush. So for the lower lash line, I'm taking Birkin and I'm gonna smudge this right under my lower lash line. I'm not gonna be super precise because I do want kind of a blown out lower lash line. Sorry, I hope I'm in focus here. Yeah, so I'm taking Birkin, putting it under the lower lash line from outer to inner corner. And the brush I'm using is a Makeup Geek pointed crease brush. Okay, so next I'm gonna take this Makeup Geek Outer V brush and I'm placing Fawn right under my lower lash line. I'm gonna keep this a little bit closer to the lash line than I did Birkin, because again, these are my transition shades, and I'm gonna do the same thing from outer to inner corner, just buff that out. Now with this Morphe M432 brush, I'm going to be taking the eyeshadow Fudge, also by Anastasia, and I'm going to be placing this right on the lash line. And I'm bringing it in, not all the way in, I'm going to leave that little corner a little bit open, but it's going to be like 3/4 of the way in. I'm gonna go back to the brush that I used Fawn with and just buff that lower lash line. Now for my inner tear duct highlight, I'm gonna take this Makeup Geek Smoky Eye brush and I'm gonna go back into So Hollywood, the highlight. And I'm just gonna highlight my inner tear duct area with this, and I'm gonna connect it with my lower lash line right here. Now I'm gonna do my lashes. I'm gonna be using this Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, and I'm gonna be using these I Love Me lashes in Julie, which they look like that. And I'll be right back. So for the lips, I'm gonna be using this Ofra liquid lipstick in Americano. So this is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you like this look. If you do like it and decide to recreate this look or any of my looks, please make sure you do tag me. You can follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, even my Pinterest if you want to. And of course, here, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Leave me any comments, questions down below. And until next time, my loves, mwah, hugs and kisses. Bye.